Hello, everybody. We are live. What do we say we're calling this? ThNOT? I don't know. It just doesn't. I don't know if it sounds great. So I want to be sure that all the chat features are working and everything like that. Okay. I think everything's working. Come on in.
Hello.
Good evening.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing so good.
Yay. All right, I'm letting you know. So I'm live right now on YouTube.
All right.
Don't stress about it. Everybody here is a friend. Let me get this
Everybody
in.
on the internet's a friend?
Yes. Don't you know that?
Of course.
It's what they always say, right?
Absolutely. Famously what they say.
Oh my goodness.
Well, how's everybody on YouTube?
Here we are. Hello, everyone. Everybody, if you don't know, this is Amanda. She is the head of our hair and wig department, and this is Michael, and he's the assistant of the hair and wig department. And Michael is training in Amanda's track. He followed her all day yesterday for both shows. So obviously he's an expert now. And he's going to be amazing because he's going to be running the track this evening. Which is always very exciting.
It's very exciting.
Yes. Are we ready?
So
Let's do this. So there's a chat. Hello, everybody. Thank you. Okay, good. We got the chat working this week. The last time that I did this, oh, but you can use whatever you want. Doesn't matter. The last time that I did this, apparently if you mark it for kids, that the live is for kids, it turns the chat feature off.
Oh.
Did you know that? It's still for kids. I am not going to be cussing or that sort of thing, but apparently that means that then the chat feature will not be on. So that is why it didn't work last week. But we are here this week. Or I shouldn't say last week, 2 weeks ago. Because the last time I did this was the opening night here in Toronto. And here we are.
I'm glad you figured out
Yes.
why the chat and comment feature wasn't working.
Correct. So now I can, if you have questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. We made sure. How has your day been? The day has been very chill. It's very rainy and cold here in Toronto today. It's not freezing cold. It's just.
It's like wet cold.
It's a wet. It's just it literally has been. And now we're gonna do the clips.
Yes. Okay. Sorry.
Boom boom.
Thank you.
No, you're good. It's just been a really wet day in Toronto, and so we're gonna put 2 going down.
Okay.
Yep. Perfect. This helps to, for those that don't know, this helps to lock this band in place, so that way it doesn't go flying off my head, and then it gives the wigs and the wig cap something to adhere to when it gets pinned in. But we do it with lace up here, and then those will go up underneath there. We do it with lace so that way then it still looks right underneath the wigs. Or I should say with the wig on top of it. Okay. Get that hair up there. Doop.
Do you want Pokemon?
There we go. That should work. And now we will do the wig cap. So my day has been good. To answer your question, we did a little gymming today. Hold on, let's pull this back just to. Sorry, my hair is just a little crazy underneath there. There we go. Wonderful. So there was a little gym action this afternoon, and then it's been a full day of playing with my daughter, because we were inside because it was so rainy. So there was a lot of, we played Candyland and the match game today. I made a bowling alley out of cups.
Great.
And so she got to play with all that. And
Did you
yeah.
Did you have an interview today?
I did. I did. I had a radio interview. Look at you. Amanda knows my schedule. I love that.
You talked about it yesterday.
That's
Or the
right.
other day.
Yeah, that's right. I had
You had press coming up, but it was not video, so your hair was okay.
So it was a Zoom, right?
Okay.
And so I was like, well, I got up. It was at 10:10. It was a radio interview, and I get ready because it's a Zoom interview, so you never know. So I get up, we get the lighting set up because it's obviously dark in apartments and things like that. So we get all this stuff set up. Great. And now we're gonna put the wig on. And I get dressed, showered, ready, press a shirt, the whole 9 yards. And I turn my camera on, and he goes, "Oh, hey Nick, yeah, we're not gonna have cameras on for this. This is just gonna be this is just an audio interview."
That would have been helpful information before
I was
you
like,
got ready.
I could have been in gym clothes. I could have had a hat on. I sat there and I drank coffee and I answered questions, and it was fine. Listen, it was fine. It was great. But it definitely was one of those like, okay. Yeah, there was a moment of that. So
glad you spent an hour getting ready and setting up lights.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
Yeah.
So, but here we are. We're all good. And now we're gonna just do in the back.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was how my day has been. It was fine.
Yeah.
It was yeah. So, but it was nice. There was no rehearsal for anybody in the company today. It's been the last couple of weeks have been very rehearsal heavy. We had a cast member leave at the end of last week to go on to another project. And it's on the, I can announce it now.
Yeah.
So Ethan Rogers, who was Kufarak for us, he was a Valjean cover and he was an Enjolras cover, is going to do the Back to the Future national tour as Biff, which we are all so excited for him. So that's really, really cool. So he's gonna go. Yep, Ethan left. He is on to go on to another national tour. So he's taken a couple weeks off before they start rehearsals. And yeah, so he's gonna be a perfect Biff. I agree. He's gonna be a fantastic Biff. So yeah, so we're all excited for him. Perfect. Michael, thank you. Looking good.
All right.
Here we go. We'll see you in a bit.
Bye.
Thank you.
How do you keep your energy up to get through your busy day? You know, I try to get as much sleep as I can, thankfully. I have an amazing partner in my wife who understands what the needs of this role are, because I've been doing it for so long. And she understands that, and so she really helps to prioritize my sleep in order to get me through the day and to get me to hear and to get me through the shows at night. And then there's always coffee. A little sip before the show gets me through it. So yeah. Yeah, what do you do to keep your voice in the best shape for the shows? There's a ton of water. I will go through about 4 of these during the show tonight. A ton of water. I use a vocal mist to steam my vocal cords, which is fantastic. It's a nebulizer. It's a saline solution, so it takes down swelling and things like that. So I do that 2 times in the morning, 2 times at night. And then let's see what else. It's working out. It's making sure that I take care of myself and my body, and drinking tea and water, and all the things, eating right, that sort of thing. I don't eat a huge meal before the show, or else then I get acid reflux. And anyway, so I just bought a ticket to see your solo show in July. That's right. Thank you. Let's see, is that Trumpeter Nate 26? I might be pronouncing that wrong. Thank you. I have a solo show. I'm so excited. I just announced it yesterday. Solo show coming up in Sunday night, July 14th. I'm very excited about this, if you can't tell, because I'm like talking with my hands. Let me clear that out of the way. Sunday night, July 14th. Trumpeter Nate, thank you. Trumpeter Nate, thank you so much. I am so excited that you're going to come and see it. Sunday night, July 14th at 7 p.m. in New York City at 54 Below. They call it Broadway's Living Room. If you haven't been, it's absolutely fantastic. I am so excited to be there and to bring, I did a solo show there back in 2018. And so now I'm bringing my second solo show, which is called 1,000 Spotlights. It's more stories from being out here on the road and my journey with Valjean, along with my journey of, being a father now. And so there's a lot of great music. We're building the set list right now. We have some special guests that'll be coming up. So stay tuned on all of my channels for some more announcements coming up, which is really, really exciting. I can't wait to share them with you all. as long as schedules work out. I can't announce too soon, or else, you know, that's always the curse, is that I'll announce somebody and then they'll be like, oh, I can't do it because the schedule. Anyway, more announcements are coming soon about that. But I cannot wait for you to come and see it. So if you're in the New York area, please, I hope that you will journey into the city. If you're in the city, I hope that you will grab a ticket and come and see us. It's going to be a really, really fun night, I promise you. Brian Eads, who was the music director for Les Mis for a very long time, he just left the show at the beginning of this year, like at the very end of last year. Literally, December 31st was his final show. He's my music director for this, which is really, really exciting. It's really great to be working with him again on this. And so yeah, again, if you follow me on Instagram, which if you don't, I hope that you will. If you DM me the word spotlight, just the word spotlight, I have a special discount code that I'm giving to my followers. So if you want to do that, I hope that you will. We met in Des Moines this winter. Well, thank you for making the trip from Missouri. That's amazing. Thank you so much. I feel honored that you're going to come to New York, and I hope you're going to see other things. So, you know, not just me. There's a lot of shows that are opening right now. So, but I hope that you'll see something. Did you enjoy your time in New Orleans, my best friend? And I fell in love with the show. Your voice is incredible. Thank you so much. Yes, I love New Orleans. That was my third time playing New Orleans. And what a great city, especially at the time of year. We were there right at the beginning of Mardi Gras. So that was really, really fun because I got to, you know, my wife, she came in, she visited me there, but we really didn't get to do a lot when I was on Phantom because I had to do every show and it was November, right? So, but we were there right at the beginning of Mardi Gras. We were able to take our daughter to see the Barkus Parade, which was a lot of fun. So that's the parade of dogs through the quarter. Yeah, we just had a great time. So it was really, really great to be, to play New Orleans and to have a good time there. So yeah, thanks for asking. So yeah, we are still here in Toronto. We are in our third week here in Toronto. We have said, I can't believe how quickly it's going. Y'all, to be able to sit and unpack our bags and to actually feel like we're in a city for a second feels amazing. But it is already going fast. And I am like, I'm sad already. I feel like I have to start packing, even though I know I don't. I have a very long time until I have to pack again. But I feel like that way. Nigel, in my front row seat now to see you in a few minutes. Well, Nigel, thanks. And I hope you're enjoying the show before the show. So thanks for coming tonight. Yay! And thanks for following along. I really do have some amazing fans and people out there, and I just want to say thank you, because I cannot do it without all your support, and obviously support of my family at home, which I know are watching too, which is really fun. But yeah, so we have a few more weeks here. We are also now collecting for Broadway Cares, but we're actually teaming up with not only BCEFA, Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS, but we're teaming up with the charity here in Canada, in Toronto, called the AFC, the Actors Fund of Canada. The AFC is what they're called. And so we're collecting, so you'll hear a special speech on Tuesday nights, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights here at the show. And there's also a few special goodies that are only available here at the theater that you can grab after the show. So Nigel, since you're here, be on the lookout for those. Saw the show twice last month in Buffalo, and I'm coming up to Toronto to see it again on May 17th. It will be my 5th time at the Barricade in the 5th row. Well, we cannot wait to welcome you back, Archie. Thanks for coming. Thanks for making the trip up. Buffalo is a great city too. We were able to go to Niagara Falls for a quick little jaunt. 15 minutes. Hope to see you guys on the West Coast again in 2025. I don't know the full schedule yet. And I do not know if I will be there yet. Fingers crossed. I really want to be there. So let's keep all the good juju in the universe going, because I would like to be there for another year. Sometimes that's beyond my control. I'm just letting y'all know. I saw you at Proctor's in Schenectady and you were phenomenal. I wish the weather was better that weekend so I could have seen the show a second time. The entire cast and show were breathtaking. Well, thank you. Proctor's is also a really cool city. I don't know if a lot of people don't know this, but at Proctor's, one of the things they do, so in every city we get, not every city, let me take that back. In certain cities, we are able to do murals backstage on the walls. So in certain cities, you'll walk in and they will have shows that have been through that have done murals of the show, right? If you go to my Instagram, you'll see a few of ones that cast members have done. We've put on the wall. Everybody signs them. They're really, really cool. And it's a way that they kind of etch in stone that we've been there. And there's a lot of cities across the tour that have done that. But what Proctor's does, which is really cool, is there are dressing room stations that they can move in and out depending on how many people are going to be in a cast or something. And they give a dedicated wood dressing room station that lights up and everything to a company, and they say, make this for your company. Which is really fun. So if you walk into a lot of the ensemble rooms, they are fully decked out. Some of them have, I think on Phantom we had a swinging chandelier. With Les Mis, they had cut all the pictures out of our souvenir book and had put them up with music and stuff. So they're really, really cool. So that's something cool that a lot of people don't know at the backstage of Proctor. So if you ever get a backstage tour, ask to see those because they're really fun. Do you ever change up your performance every so often? Yeah, I do. I have to. After, what is this, 1,145 times tonight that I've done this show. If I didn't change it up, it wouldn't be fresh. If I didn't change it up, it would get stale. And so I have to change it up. My emotions, the way that I'm feeling, what's happened during the day. If there's something that's gone on that I need to, get frustration out about. I'm still here. I'm just grabbing my convict shirt. There are things like that I have to put into my performance. But not only that, it's like, if there's an understudy on, if there's a swing on, we've got a swing on tonight. We have an understudy on for the Bishop tonight. And so that changes the performance as well, which is what I think is so amazing and so cool about live theater, is that is what keeps it fresh. That's what keeps it interesting. When people ask me, they're like, how do you keep it fresh that's it right there. Everything can change in a heartbeat, in an instant. And I think that's also one of the reasons that people love live theater, is they get to come and experience something. And the show that everybody out there is going to see tonight is never going to happen again. That is the show that is just for tonight's audience. Tomorrow night is going to get a completely new show. And I think that's really fun. That's why when people ask me why I go to see it multiple times, it's different every time, or you notice something different. Notice the backwards 55 on the gate last time. Aha! One of my favorite things to point out, there are a bunch of Easter eggs on the set. So if you are watching the show, when we're at the Rue Plumet, if you look up at the gates, there's a 55 because the address is 55 Rue Plumet. And so if you look at it, it's backwards because the audience at that point are inside. They're like voyeurs inside the gate. They're not looking through the gates from the outside. They're inside looking out. And so if you look up, there is a 55 for the address. That's really fun. Hey, is this live? Yes, it is. It is live. I've got a couple more minutes before I have to go and be on stage. And get out there for tonight's performance of Les Mis. So yeah, so look for those things. Those are the fun things. And, I know that there are a lot of people that have seen it before, or even if you haven't seen it before, right? You're going to follow the storyline that I hope you're following. But also, like, if you have seen it before and you have the opportunity to watch other characters, I invite you to do that. I do not know Anthony Joshua. I don't know who that is. But that was our 5-minute call, which means that I have to go on stage. I have to go out there, and it is time for me to get on the prison ship and get ready to start Les Miserables here in Toronto. So thank you all for tuning in tonight. I'm so glad that this worked better than the last time, and there will be more to come. When is the cast album coming out? I wish that there was a cast album coming out, but unfortunately there is not a cast album coming out. It is a lot of money. It is a lot of money to do that. So unfortunately, there will not be a cast album, but be sure to keep up, stay tuned to all of my socials for some, obviously, more announcements about my solo show coming up July 14th at 54 Below, and maybe some other announcements as well as far as special guests, and maybe a couple other new exciting things that might be coming up in the next couple of weeks. But thank you all for following along, and we will see you all soon. Look for probably another YouTube live here in another couple weeks, and then continuing to check us out on Saturday nights. Haley and I do ThNOT on Saturday nights on my Instagram live, and there's also a few takeovers coming up that I'm going to be doing for the Mervish Company, who is producing our tour while we're here, who our presenters are. So I'll be getting everybody to follow them for a little bit on a day coming up, and then some other fun things that I'm so excited about that are coming up that I can't tell you about yet, but are coming. All right, I'm gonna go on stage. Thanks everybody, and we'll see you next time. Bye.